Um, I'm just really happy to see all of you here, and especially in this very special occasion when we will recognize the accomplishments of four very distinguished women from our Guam National Guard. But before we get started, I want to acknowledge the presence of our speaker, our acting speaker, Cruz, BJ Cruz. We also have Senator Tom Ada, and we have our Secretary, Senator Tina Munia Barnes. And of course, we have our Adjutant General, Rod Leon Guerrero, and we have our State Sergeant Major, Mel Hannigan. And we have family members here that I see as well. Thank you very much for being here. I just want to say a few words that a lot of times, since we've already had quite a bit of breakthrough within the military with the presence of the achievements of women in the military, we take for granted, we have a tendency to take for granted that this is now the natural thing, that women can do a lot more than we had anticipated 30, 40 years ago. But in reality, we are still working very, very hard to ensure that we achieve the highest standards ever. And I think that for women especially, we forget that sometimes they have, especially here in Guam, where we have extended cultural norms, that they actually have a lot more responsibilities than some of their counterparts who are in the U.S. mainstream, where they're a little bit more independent. Here in Guam, our members here have to take care of family members. They have family members, extended family members, in addition to their responsibilities not only during the day, but also as members of the National Guard. So I just want to make sure that we underscore that. It's really an honor to be able to do this. And rather than to wait for the yearly Women's Month or whatever, I just feel that whenever we accomplish something, we just have to celebrate right away. And so with that, that's the very reason why we wanted to do this as a legislature. So let me start with the first one we have here. I want to speak a little bit about Lieutenant Colonel Esther Agagi. If you could please come up here and join us. So Lieutenant Colonel Esther Agagi was selected to participate in a 10-month resident class of the U.S. Army War College, and I believe she will be leaving in July of 2016. The educational program is designed for senior military and civilian leaders to prepare for service at the strategic level in a joint interagency, intergovernmental, and multinational national security community. Resident program graduates are also granted Joint Professional Military Educational Level 2 credit. And you know what? Among the notable alumni from the U.S. Army War College include President Dwight Eisenhower and Secretary of State Colin Powell. Wow. And Esther began her military career in 1985. She doesn't look like it, does she? 30 years. And she's the youngest of five children, and from the village of Nerissa. On behalf, yes? The youngest, okay, the youngest girl. Wow, okay, let me stand corrected. So, on behalf of the 33rd Guam Legislature, we are proud to present the Certificate of Recognition.
First of all, before I present the certificate to Colonel Agagi, I see her every morning at the gym. She's really a hardcore, makes me look like I'm just taking a walk in the park and doing the training with her. And insofar as having been selected to and accepted into the Army War College, For many of us who were in a previous life, that was just a dream. And for you, now it's going to be a reality. So I think they couldn't have chosen a better person. And as I was saying earlier, I normally don't come to resolution presentations, not because they're not important. I just don't. But for today, with the 4 women that are being presented, I got to make this one, especially because they're guardsmen. Congratulations.
I just want everyone to know, yesterday I had major dental surgery. So one of the instructions in my recovery packet is stay hydrated and avoid unnecessary talking.
Who's that major?
So it couldn't have come at a perfect time, but I do want to say thank you. There's so many people in this room to thank. First of all, I want to thank God. Because with Him, all things are possible. And of course, I want to thank my family. They've always been my center of gravity. And of course, my leaders, General, young girl. Thank you, sir, for your confidence in me. I will not let you down. And my fellow soldiers, thank you for their support. My units here, because I ordered them to be here. Usually they don't listen to me, but this time they did. But thank you so much. Other than that, I'm going to stick to my doctor's orders, and I'm going to avoid unnecessary conversation. And of course, I want to thank Senator Underwood. Thank you, Dr. Underwood, Senator Barnes, Senator Ogden, Speaker. I want to thank all of you. Ndunkluna Situsmasi, and I will represent the people of Guam very well.
The next one, we have Guam Army National Guard First Sergeant Agnes Quintanilla Diaz. If you could please come up here. So First Sergeant Diaz successfully completed the U.S. Army Sergeant's Major Academy this last summer. She was one of 454 students at Sergeant's Major Horse Class 65, a class that within its rank 37 international students from 30 different countries, as well as members of the Marine Corps, Air Force, and Coast Guard. Just prior to attending the academy, Sergeant Diaz returned from her second deployment to the Middle East, and she also began her military career in February 1984. She's one of 12 children, 5 of which have served in the military. She is self-employed and has one daughter, Angelina, originally from Chalampago. She currently lives in the village of Chico. And once again, on behalf of the 33rd Guam Legislature, we are proud to present the Certificate of Recognition. Thank you.
Would you like your daughter to join you? Come on up. Oh, what an honor. Again, thank you, Senator Utter. But on behalf of the 33rd Guam Legislature, we'd like to present the Certificate of Recognition to you, First Sergeant Agnes Quintanilla Diaz, for being the first female to successfully complete the U.S. Army Sergeant's Major Academy and Resident course. And we want to say, on behalf of the people of Guam, and most especially for the continued work that you're going to do to help our people of Guam and to continue to make the women proud. Congratulations. You got to say a few words.
Few words. Thank you very much. Was that like the Lieutenant Colonel there? She leads the way and up front. I'm usually behind her, But in any case, I was proud to represent the island of Guam and the Chamaritas of Guam. And I will continue again our plans of opening the opportunities to women are still not done. I am honored and hoping in that I can represent the rest of the women in that being that servant leader they deserve for all women and all soldiers of the Guam Army National Guard.
Okay, and we now we can have Sergeant Melissa Meno. Okay. Sergeant Melissa Meno is a flight medic for the Guam Guard's new aviation unit that recently received two U-872A Lakota medevac helicopters in June. Wow, that's really... Sergeant Meno's return from successfully completing the intense course complements the unit as they continue the extensive training and certification process to be able to fully perform support missions for the island and the nation's needs. Sergeant Meno joined the Guam National Guard in 2008. She has been an employee of DOE for the past 15 years and currently is the administrative officer at J.P. Torres Alternative School. She is married to U.S. Air Force Reserve Major Michael Meno, who has also worked for DOE as a principal at Inarahan Middle School. They have 5 children and live for... I just added. Okay. Okay, maybe there's something else. Maybe I'm speaking. Okay. They currently have 4 children and live in Malolo, Inarahan. On behalf of the 33rd Guam Legislature, we are proud to present the Certificate of Recognition. Oh, okay. Then here you go. And here's the Certificate of Recognition, Sergeant Melissa Meno.
I know you're shy.
You can do it.
Okay. Oh gosh, I will try to avoid all of this. I just want to say thank you. I've had some really great women who have been mentors in my life. Dr. Underwood in DOE. First Sergeant Diaz, we worked together in medical detachment. She encouraged me to go ahead and take the promotion and go to this course. And I thank her for that. Thank my family for putting up with me. Yeah. And supporting me whenever I have to go off and do things like this. And really, when I go off, I really try to represent the island. Really try to represent the women of the island, so that they know that, we're not just a bunch of coconut heads here on this island. We have some very intelligent and talented people, and a lot of them are women. And I look forward to working with my pilot, right, Chief Uchida, and we may have the first female team. We have a female crew chief, so we may be flying around and making history there. Thank you.
And so if we can have Warrant Officer 1, Sarah Uchida. Okay. Warrant Officer Sarah Uchida became the first female aviation warrant officer to attend and graduate from flight school for the Guam Army National Guard. She is also the first female helicopter pilot for the Guam Army National Guard's Detachment 2D Company 1-224th Aviation Medevac. She enlisted in the Guam Army National Guard in 2011. She is originally from Hawaii and now lives in the village of Agana Heights. On behalf of the 33rd Guam Legislature, we are proud to present the Certificate of Recognition.
Congratulations. I'm going to have to tell my Uncle Tommy, who flew in Vietnam as a warrant officer and a helicopter pilot, that we now have female ones. So, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I just want to say it's quite an honor to be here accepting this beautiful plaque. And thank you so much for coming, and thank you, gentlemen to my left and ladies to my right, all for trusting me to go off island and represent Guam and to learn all I can out there in Alabama in flight school, bring it back to the islands, and continue to serve my community. So thank you all so much, and I look forward to working with you ladies too.
So they can have, they take a picture first, and then we'll have